Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Jordan, and this is a track as usual on Sebring that I'm doing a review of this Grand Prix car here, the Lotus E21 as it's called. Once you get to the modern Grand Prix section, this is the only car that's available. So it's pretty sweet, as you can see there. I've got a nice paint job on it. It's white with a gold spoiler. Don't know, I just kind of thought it was sweet, I guess. As you can hear, they're really high pitched. These things go up to 18,000 RPM, which is a red line, which is absolutely insane. That's double the RPMs that a normal car gets. And so, this race here, this was not the best race, but I always like to upload these anyway because I do a little bit of a view of the car at the beginning, and then, this sort of shows where I was at this point. So this is probably like the 5th race or so, maybe 4th in this series. So this is only like the 4th time I've used this car, and it does take a little bit of getting used to, even though I've been using like prototype race cars up till now, and even Indy cars. It does still take a little bit of time to get used to this modern Grand Prix car. So this is the most expensive car I've bought so far. It cost $2 million, and it's it's up there. I mean, this is the best car that is in the game. And it's funny, I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine, and I told him that this type of racing, I was like, it's the pinnacle of automotive technology. It's like the absolute best of what people have made to do with cars. All the time that we've known about cars, and this is the finest bit of architecture, finest bit of engineering we can get with these cars. And it's funny because when I watched the intro to this series, that's exactly what Jeremy Clarkson, the guy from Top Gear, said. He's like, Grand Prix racing, the pinnacle of automotive technology. And it was just, I thought that was kind of funny. But I mean, these really are the best cars that exist. I mean, if you in the real world and everything, I mean, these are serious business cars, and this is very dangerous. People die doing this every year, or maybe every few years now. It used to be a little worse than it is, but these cars are really something. They're really intense, really powerful, but at the same time, the turning and the braking and stuff is just magnificent. Up till this point, the best car I had used would probably be, I mean, stats-wise, I guess it's an Indy car. Indy car, I believe the speed's about 8.5, the acceleration's about 9.7, handling is about like 8.1 or so, and then braking is about like 8.8 or something like that. I don't quite remember. You can go about 225 or 230 in them, but when you get to this car, the speed is 7.5, so the speed is dropped. In fact, with no tune on it, the car goes about 203 or 204, I want to say. 7.5 speed, but handling is 10.0, braking is 10.0, and acceleration is 10.0. And I mean, it truly feels like that. I mean, this car, you can just do whatever you want, basically. I mean, obviously, there's still limits to it, and you have to push it. As you see here, I'm switching to the driver view, which the driver view in this car is actually really beast. It's pretty open, and it's central seating, so makes it a little bit easier to control. A lot of people on multiplayer and stuff like that, and people who play the game, use the driver view. Personally, I don't. I do in these videos just to kind of show you guys what it looks like, because it's pretty beast. But the reason I don't is because when you're in third person, you can be looking ahead on the track, so you know what turn is coming up next. A little rewind there. And even though I know the tracks really well, and I know them by heart, from the driver view, it's just a little more difficult to tell where I am on the track. You get sort of a level view, and also the sun becomes sort of a factor when you're in the driver view. But that's just kind of the way it is. So I'll just leave you guys with the rest of this. Make sure you subscribe if you like my videos. I've got a bunch on my channel, so make sure you check those out and subscribe, and tell your friends too, guys. And make sure you check out my next videos. I do have one on Prague, which was a bunch of really clean laps. And then I do have one coming up, multiplayer, where there's a pretty large crash right at the beginning, and I luck out and get out of it. So thanks for checking out the video, guys. I'll leave you guys with this car for the rest of it. Enjoy.